We are passing one of the hardest chapters of human race. Throughout the years, we have passed many hurdles, and one quality always saved us from destruction. That is our adaptability. Today, me and my team members are here to present our suggestions to overcome barriers faced by students at AAT. So, these are our team members. When progressing through the current situation of education industry, the online education has evolved through breaking the stony barriers through globalization. But here in Sri Lanka, as a developing nation, some practical strategies are required to address issues. This graph shows the growth of the online education industry with the benefit of time and cost saving all around the world. In Sri Lanka, also, there is a growing trend in online platform that will create huge markets in the upcoming future. For an instance, now University of Colombo is conducting full online external degree programs. Hence, it discouraged to neglect the growing trend and it is vital to reshape the system. According to this spider graph, the provinces shows less digital literacy. According to these tables, literacy levels of rural and estate areas are much less compared to urban areas. According to this data, availability of infrastructure is far less in rural and estate areas. Hence, alternate strategies are needed more in those areas. In this distribution of AECs around the island is showed, and it implies that number of centers in rural areas are low. So, without further ado, let's find out the solution for mentioned problems.
So, what are we going to do? How can we help the students coming from areas with no internet facilities? So, this is our solution. Select those areas and divide them into groups in such a way that the concentration of students are approximately equally distributed. Then we assign a qualified AAT agent for each group who is basically responsible for the students in the group. And we can physically provide necessary teaching materials, including huge textbooks, to the agent. From there, agent can distribute them among the students. But the question is, how are we going to conduct the lectures? And this is how it happens. Lectures will be recorded at the head office. These recordings will be distributed among the agents through pen drive, CDs, Bluetooth, or any other method which do not require internet facilities to play the video. Then, students will be given time slots by the agent of the respective area in order to prevent large number of students gather at the same time. Students can go to the agent's office and collect study materials during their respective time slot. These time slots can be informed by phone calls, but if there are students living in areas where they are not reachable through phone calls, then we can use traditional mails. Under the first solution, we assume majority of students do have infrastructure facilities, at least a phone, but there can be few students who do not have these equipment. Then the agent should provide the opportunity for those students to watch the lecture videos at the agent's office. If students have any subject related or administration issues regarding the course, agents should be able to provide support and navigate them smoothly throughout the course. But what if students do not have enough infrastructure facilities? Then our first solution will not be practical because agent's office might not have enough facilities to accommodate large number of students to watch lecture videos. This is our solution for those students. Expand existing exam centers in terms of size or rent larger halls in the area. Students will be divided into groups in such a way number of students can be seated while maintaining social distancing rules. During the class, recorded lectures will be played using projectors. Here one can ask why we play videos. Lecturer can come and conduct the lecture as usual. But in practical terms, this can create some problems. Main issue here is that we cannot gather a lot of students at the same time due to health issues. Therefore, we will have to divide a regular class into several groups and conduct the same lecture several times. This may require a lot of lecturers and other resources, and allocating more lecturers will increase our expenses during these crucial times. Imagine we rent a hall and conduct the same lecture twice or thrice on the same day. Can one lecturer can handle all the lectures? So, what we suggest is to make one agent or a lecturer present in the hall and help the students to clarify the doubts. But the lectures will be conducted as recorded videos. And the study materials will be distributed to exam centers. So these are our solutions. Sujan, over to you.
Now we are going to illustrate how to increase the effectiveness of online education with the connection of psychology. Social isolation, increased stress, virtual learning, fatigue, and weakening relationships can be identified as key issues. So it is vital to create a psychology-friendly education platform. Statistics reports that many professionals are in stress and they do not have enough guidance for educational institutes and society. Creating designated workplace, encouraging health habits, motivation, creative teaching, and teamwork is required to get rid of these issues. Then the high cost of internet, which is more in Sri Lanka, can be compensated by promoting and providing packages, collaborating with the services providers, and providing free links. These can be justified by reduction of company cost components. This is our big idea. The announced, unannounced quizzes in class, then take-home assignments can be introduced into the final grades, and so also engagement can be increased by checking off student comprehension and providing team case studies is recommended. Then the strategies such as student surveys, building community groups via social platforms can be done. Teaching methodologies such as asking brainstorming questions, mind mapping discussions can also be promoted. Then coming to the lecture structure, the lecture should be shorter and more on point, and the notes must be distributed prior to the lecture. Finally, the students also engage in e-learning practices such as treating online courses, such as real-time courses, treating the online courses as real-time courses, active participation, self-accountability, estimating distractions, eliminating distractions, regular suitable workplace, etc. Finally, we thought of long-term strategies too, providing computer literacy to students and lecturers, building community groups, IT CSR, conducting research to find out more innovation and effective techniques, expand centers and IT in rural areas.
With that, we have come to the end of our presentation. We believe COVID-19 global pandemic made us realize that future does not belong to the stereotypes. It's on the hands of those who are ready to change and think differently. Thank you very much.
කොහෙද පුතේ අපි මේ යන්නේ?
අච්චාරු විකුණන්න.
ඒකත් විහිළුවක් කරගෙන.
හැමදාම පොඩු කී කියලා අපි ළමයට දෙන්නේ. ඕවයි මේක විකුණන්න එපා. ළමයිට කන්න පුළුවන් දේවල්ද මේවා? මං කී සැරයක් කියලා තියෙනවද මේ 10 ගරම කන්න එපා කියලා බලන්න.
අනේ මේ
නෝනා නෝනා කියන්නේ එන්නේ පානේ බොරුවට ඔයා.
මේව පිරිසිදුට ගෙදර
පොඩු කී
හදන්නේ.
කියලා අපි ළමයට දෙන්නේ. පුතේ! අනේ මගේ පුතේ!
ඕලෙවලුත් ඉවරුණ එකේ මමත් හෙට මුදලාලි මාමගේ පුතා යන පන්තියට යන්න ඉන්නේ අම්මේ.
ලොකු වියදමක් යනවයි පුතේ.
මුදලාලි මාම කඩේ වැඩ කරන්න කිව්වා. ඒකෙන් ෆීස් ගෙවන්න. හැම තැනම ඔය මහලු කොච්චාරෝ අරන් ඇවිල්ලා මාව විහිළුවක් කරනවා. හිතනොත් දමල ගහන යන ඔක්කොම.
මොකෝද රෑ වෙලා? අම්මා බලාගෙන ඇති.
පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳන් ඉවසුවා මාමේ. මං යන හැම තැනකටම ඇවිල්ලා අච්චාරු විකුණනවා. ඇති ලාභිකුත් නැහැ.
උඹ අතදරුවා කාලේ සන්නිපාතය හැදුනා. ඒ ගෑණි නොකරපු දෙයක් නෑ උඹ හොඳ කරගන්න. එදා ඉඳන් ඒ ඇස් දෙකෙන් උඹ දුරස් කළේ නෑ. ඒක තමයි ඒ ගෑන්ට තියෙන ලොකුම ලාභය.
පුතේ?
අම්මගේ ලොකුමලාබේ මං පේන්න ඉන්න එකනේ. මං වැඩ කරන්නේ අන්න අර පේන බිල්ඩිමේ.
පුතාගේ වැඩපලේ කට්ටිය විහිළු කරයි.
කවුරු මොනවා කිව්වත් මොකෝ. අම්මට ලාභයක් වෙනවනේ.
දෙමාපියන්ගේ ජීවිතයම මැර කරන්නේ දරුවන්ගේ අනාගතයේ දියුණුව හර කරන්නටයි. ඒ දියුණුවේ ලාභය විඳින්නට AAT අනාගතයට ආයෝජනයක්.